Hit the wrong button.
You don't have it.
So here are our financial statements. We have $12,433 in the bank for the Blackberry Jam Fund. Is everybody able to see that?
Yes.
You see that, George?
Yes, I can. Yes, thank you.
Okay. What else?
Well, June could probably be the movie in the park because it should be nice then, wouldn't you think?
Yes.
What date has he got for June? What are we?
12th.
12th?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know when the high school graduation is? Because I know ours is around that, June 12th.
Be close to that, huh?
Yeah. Which might be okay, other than you wouldn't want it on the same day.
Exactly.
Or we could move it another week. That's not an issue, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have the projector and all of that already for the movie?
Yes.
Nice.
We do. I think we just have to purchase a certain licensing for the movie.
For the movie, it's yes. Mhm.
Okay, now, was I hearing correctly that we were looking at July for the possible car cruise?
Well, we said that the quilt show really wanted to have the Blackberry Jam weekend. I mean, the cruise really doesn't have to be on the same weekend, obviously. We could fit it in anywhere if we can get a jump on other car shows. That's the issue.
Okay.
I will find out.
Okay.
What weekend was that? Would it be like the 22nd or of July?
24th.
24th.
24th,
25,
Quilt show.
23rd, 24th?
24, 25.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, 24, 25.
Yeah. That's Saturday and Sunday.
We usually set up on Friday.
Right, set up on Friday, okay. Rusty? Rusty, the Grange has a whole box of seeds. Normally we hand them out at our breakfast. But I think we don't have a plan for them. If you'd like the whole box of seeds for that plant day,
Good idea.
you could
Yeah.
have them.
Just off the top of my head, I have to get it approved, of course, but my thought is this might be something that Banner Bank could sponsor, and we could provide, soil and pots and things like that. I'd have to talk to somebody about what kind of numbers you're thinking. But yeah, that would be great. Do you want me to, well, I can pick them up at some point, or?
Right, yeah. You take my phone number and we can meet and I can get them to you. It's
Okay.
541-937-2312.
And what is your first name?
Lana, Lonna, Lana Bennett.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Can I say something about the car cruise? Would that
Go
be
ahead,
okay?
Rusty. Go ahead.
I just was sitting here thinking, and maybe George can tell me, but it might be kind of fun if you do that cruise, that you get ballots out to the community, and as cars come by, the cars could have a number on them and they could like choose their most popular. And then Mr. Ray could put it in the paper saying, the most popular, or the fan, make a couple of categories, and not necessarily give prizes, but they could get recognition that they were voted by the community as being the best, however the categories would go. might be a thought.
Good idea. Good idea.
Sometimes my brain won't shut off, so I have to sit.
No, it's good. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
What else?
Did we come up with August at all?
No, we have,
No. Not yet.
And
What-
I think,
About like a sports day where we can set up activities with different types of sports activities, like, and with horseshoes and, you know, something that, you know, the kids and adults can do. It's just a suggestion.
So like your family fun day or something.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Would you be able to incorporate like some sort of a fishing thing because of having the
That
reservoir?
would, yeah, we don't know if, yeah. how
A
that would
fishing
work.
derby.
COVID,
Mhm.
yeah,
The hard part with that would be keeping people separate.
yes,
True.
that's the problem, because there's only two places to fish.
I mean,
Okay.
even with the sports activities, you'd have to set it up somehow so they're rotating and not too many people at one time.
Right, yeah, well, I figured like if we used like the track around the football field, parts like the horseshoes over at Fisher Park, and then set something up at Rolling Rock Park too, so it's going all over, and then maybe incorporate a 5K and a 10K run where they're running through the there's I'm not a runner, so I don't know, but there's like there's a path set up. They have
Yeah,
going through all the area to tie in with Fall Creek and everything. 'Cause that was just suggested to me.
yeah, I think these are very great ideas, but we have to be careful who is going to administrate and
Mhm.
take care of it. That's
Right.
another, a real problem, particularly when you come to the 10K run. We've had lots of issues trying to do it through the Blackberry Jam, in fact. It's somewhat complicated because you have to go through this group that administrate, and these people who take part in these 5 and 10K runs, it's a big thing for them, and they have to clock in and have the card marked, etc. So it's a bit, I mean, if you want to get a group of people, say, go for a run, then, it could be all right. But there
Okay.
again, you see, we're bringing people in. How many 10K runners do we have here in town locally? Not very many, I don't think.
Yeah.
So we got to kind of think about the administration of some of these ideas, which are great, but how we're going to put them together, who is going to do it,
Right.
So we can work on it, obviously. Great.
Okay.
I like Sean's idea that he just popped in there, whoever Sean is, because you don't have a video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean is one of our local rock stars. He's a local citizen.
Yeah.
Incognito, huh? Well, I liked his idea of doing a movie, like you could do 2 movies in the summer or 3 or whatever. So maybe August, because August is warm summer nights, could be a movie night.
Mm-hmm. Or like you said, put a drive-in where everyone sits in their cars. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to have more than one movie during the summer. I think that was the whole idea of having the equipment, etc., to have movie nights in the park.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with having 2 or 3 or 4 out throughout the summer. We're not held to these dates specifically and only having one event.
Mhm. Yes.
So I think it's the movie night is a pretty well established event, and I think it's all but a foregone conclusion that we'll be doing that. Sean has indicated he'd be happy to take the lead on that. Does anybody have any objections?
Nope.
No, I'd be glad to assist him with that.
Okay. Any other thoughts or comments?
I'm sure we'll have a lot once we sign off.
Here's what I'd like to suggest to the executive committee. I have a list of everything that we've talked about tonight. I'd like to suggest that the executive committee get back and review this list, pick out a few major things, decide on that and the date, maybe pair that with a couple smaller things that could be happening in tandem at the same time, like the pie auction or some of these art kind of displays or events, and then to start assigning responsibilities on who's going to lead that event and be a part of coordinating that. Does that sound like a sound idea?
That
Excellent.
sounds very good.
Go ahead, Rusty.
I would just like to say, if you want to pencil in for May 1st for the bank to sponsor a May Day event, I can, because I already have money set aside for sponsorship of Blackberry. So since that's not going to happen, I can use that money to sponsor that. And my thought right now is I would just bring in a trailer of dirt and see if I can get some pots donated, and we've got seeds, and maybe get some stuff and would the park be the best place for that?
Well, I think so. Behind the side of the coffee shop there, where we've got plenty of room there for that.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
So
it'd be a great
I
spot.
I will confirm that with you, Jeremy. But I'm just gonna say, yeah, I can do that. So.
That's very generous.
And I'll
Rusty,
yeah,
would you be interested in getting, like, I have some extra bulbs for irises I'm digging up and things like that. Do you want those plants brought?
yes, that would be great. In fact, that's one of the things that I thought we might do, is just put out to the community, if they have plants they want to share, they can bring them and people can take them, and then we'll have dirt there, and I'll get as many pots as I can, and just, and sharing of the green, I think is what they call it here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
a lot of
we
those
can
red
al-
hot
we-
pokers too that can get
we
rid
do
of.
too. My husband does.
Yeah, I'm sure that Floral Living would be interested in doing something too with
Yes,
Selena
I'll
with her
talk to
floral
Sel-
shop. Yeah,
I'll talk to Selena. Yeah.
because she's thinking about doing something to get the kids in the gardening and
Okay.
gardening. So she would be up for that. Yes.
I will reach out to her. I know her too. So
Okay,
yeah,
good.
so
Very
we'll
good.
just
Yes.
plan on May 1st, and then I'll be in touch with Jeremy and anybody that wants to talk to me, and then come up with times and all that. So
Okay.
Sounds good, Rusty. That's very
Mm.
generous. Thank you.
also, just to throw out for the quilters, you're more than welcome to display your quilts at the bank, like leading up to the event, however that would help.
Yeah, we made can't think of the word. We made a quilt to auction off,
Oh, there you go. Yeah, bring it in and we can sell tickets for it.
auction it off, so yeah. I'm usually the one that brings it to the bank.
Okay, good. Good.
Okay.
And I'm happy to help with the car cruise, George, if you need help with that.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, you might have some other ideas when we get it nailed down. That's great. I'll get hold of the guys because they're anxious, but we want to be first in line if we can, because the dates are a big issue with car guys.
Yeah, I'm having a new grandbaby in July, but I can help with prepare in case I can't be there, but I can help you.
Yeah, pretty much I'll be able to do a lot of volunteering myself. So, yeah.
So executive committee members, when would you like to get back together? We're going to have to start planning out logistics, dates, who's responsible for what, and how it's all going to work out. When you want to get back together to start?
Let's see, where are we now? March. What is it today?
Today's the 4th.
4th. Yeah. I mean, how much time do we need?
Well, I have no problem getting it, 2 or 3 weeks. If we only get together in 2 weeks,
What about the 18th?
I'm
Me.
good.
What's for me?
Is that okay?
Yes,
Yeah, I second the 18th,
of April or March,
March.
March.
March 18th. Okay, got it. And just on Zoom again, are you going to,
I'd like to reach out to the executive committee members and get some ideas
Mhm.
on, if on how we can have an effective, we have a lot of planning to do, and I kind of feel almost if we were able to get, spaced out in the library or something with a board where we could just kind of start marking things down and planning it out. But we got 2 weeks to figure it out, and I can reach out to each of you and get your ideas on how you'd like to start putting this together.
Sean has a note. He would recommend the third Saturday in April. Sean, we didn't see it. Come back.
It was April, May, and June.
April, we're thinking maybe too rainy yet, but
It generally is very rainy in April. We've tried to do Easter egg hunts in that month. and It's really hard.
so we may want to wait till May to start with the movie stuff.
A drive-in. A drive-in movie
April for sure.
for April.
How would they do the sound? Would they have to go through radio?
Put on a radio station, I guess.
Yeah, they'd have to come up with a way of doing sound then.
I think that is how they do it nowadays is with we're used to the boxes, but I think.
Yeah.
they do it
So I don't know if we have a way of setting it up through a radio station or not. So yeah, they'd have to look at that.
Yeah. That's a great,
Well-
I can help with audio. Okay. I think that's a great idea. I might even have to talk to you about doing that in Oak Ridge sometime.
Yeah, if they have the way to do it, it'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be at our, do you guys as industrial park have an area that you would have enough room to do a drive-in up there?
Oh,
No?
it's not really set up for it.
Mm.
Any other thoughts, comments, or suggestions before we wrap up?
No,
If you did the drive-in, it could be on the football field.
They just planted new
Not
side.
with car-
yeah, so where would they show it?
Football field, Sean suggests a library parking lot. We could fit a lot of people in there, and it's a pretty good size space. So there are a lot of good ideas, and we can come back executive committee meeting and hash these details out.
Okay,
Sounds good.
yep.
All right. We can go ahead and adjourn this meeting, and executive committee will return on March 18th. In the meantime, I'm going to write down a list of everything that was discussed, disseminate it to everybody, executive committee members, to come back to the next meeting, narrow this down, and make some final decisions.
Okay,
Good. Great.
All right, we're adjourned.
okay,
Thank you.
very
Bye
good.
now.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thank you all for participating.
Mhm.